Hi, I'm Stacy, and in this video we are going to talk how your environment literally rewrites your brain, how sad music can affect your mood, how your friends can drain your energy, and if it's real that emotional vampires exist, how TikTok and Instagram influence your emotional state, and the most important part, how to protect yourself from all of this. We are copy machines. Our brain is built in a way that we are constantly copies other people. There's something called mirror neurons, and they activate when we observe someone else. You don't even have to do anything, just watching is enough. Let's start from the simple. For example, you're sitting with your friends and someone starts yawns, and you suddenly feel like you are yawning too. Why? It's connected to our empathy. Research shows that we are more likely to catch a yawn from someone who are close to us than from a stranger. And this is simple but very cool example how our mirror neurons works. And if even yawning spreads easily, what about an anxiety, some depression and self-esteem? We think our emotions are personal, but very often they are social. Coach Susan David described observations showing that in a couples where one partner suffers from the depression, the second partner starts to feel depression too. And how does it work? It's because our brain adapts to a certain emotional atmosphere. But here's the good news. For example, people who are with a low esteem and they regularly spend their time with more confident people, after several months, they increase their self-esteem. So we are always synchronizing, but the question is with whom? There is also called co-regulation, and we calm down with calm people and we become tense with tense people. Children's nervous system usually develops through their parents, but when you become an adult, it doesn't disappear. That's why after meeting someone, you can feel energized and motivation if this person obviously happy with their life. And on the opposite hand, after meeting with someone, you can feel like they drain your energy because this person are toxic for you and toxic for others. So if you feel like this person steal your energy, you can call it emotional vampire, but we wouldn't talk about emotional vampires in a way like mysticism. We talk about people with high level of neuroticism. They usually complain more, dramatize situation, and increase stress within the group. After interacting with them, others people cortisol levels, the stress hormone can rise. Not because their energy bad, but because your nervous system senses a threat or some dangerous. And this brings up to the next question: does success depend on who you are around? You probably heard this idea that you're average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and it's true. Some economist studied how obesity spreads, and he found out that the habits spreads too easily like a virus. You literally catch lifestyles, people adapt each other's habits, for example, eating out together, consuming more high-calorie food and moving less. But how does it work? Why? The answer is social norm theory. We adjust ourselves to what seems normal in a group. So if someone complains, we start complaining too. If someone improves yourself, we level up too. If your friends go to McDonald's every day for a lunch, you will go with them too. So you don't always choose your standards. Sometimes you just observe them. Let's go a bit deeper. Sigmund Freud believes that most of our psyche is unconscious. So we think our decisions are rational, but the truth is they are often influenced by unconscious patterns that observe from our environment and what we repeat. For example, it can be our parents' praises, or it can be our friends' tone of voice, something like this. There's some famous artist, Salvador Dali, who was fascinated by this idea, and sometimes it seems to be too hard to understand his works. For example, this one, yes, but you need to know that he was a big fan of Sigmund Freud and his theory of these unconscious. He tried to paint what was hidden inside us, and if you want, if you would like, I can make the second video about Salvador Dali and his work, and we will together observe his artworks. Let me know in the comments. And you might say now that, okay, Stacy, I got it, but I don't even socialize that much. I stay at home, I usually on my phone, I listen to music, I read something, I watch TV shows, and still feel like shit. Okay, and still feel bad sometimes. Now I would tell you that it's influence you even more than you think. What you watch in the morning, the first video that you open your social media, the news that you read at your lunch, or even the movies that you watch before bed, it's all have their own influence on you. Because your brain does not really see the difference between live interaction and digital world, digital environment. And the most dangerous part for you is the algorithm on the social media. Why? Because the videos that you post, on the videos that you saved or reposted or sent to your friends, it all have influence on you because the algorithm see it and make some conclusions. For example, if you watch several videos about depression and you like it, the algorithm thinks that you are interested in it, and they will give you even more this type of videos about depression. And then you start to think that, oh my god, no one is okay, everything is terrible, everyone has this depression. And of course it will ruin your happy mood. So sometimes to change your mood from everything is bad to everything is fine, you don't need to change yourself, you don't need to fix yourself, you just need to change what you consume. And the same with music. If you are doing something, I don't know, for example, your homework, and you play some kind of sad music in the background, and you think, what's the problem? I just listen to music, it's not that much. But you are wrong, because music is directly connected to our brain. So if your playlist all about melancholy, don't be surprised that your brain starts to associate this mood, this kind of music, as a home. You might not be a depressed person. Sometimes you just feel upset and you want to listen to the same kind of music, but it's not the right thing. Even I do this, but I understand that you just simply add more pain in your life. So you don't have to be a depressed person, but sometimes when you feel sad, you're upset, and you want to listen to sad music because it gives you feeling that you are, that someone understands you, and that's human. Sometimes we really need to feel what we are feeling. Yes, but it's a trap, because when you already feel bad and you press play this soundtrack where everything is hopeless, you look, you were at -2, and after this song you will be at -5. You see? And okay, it's not about never listen to the sad music. Even I do this, but you need to understand, you need to question yourself, am I processing the emotion, or I'm feeling it? Because when you are in pain, the most caring thing that you can do for yourself is not to add more. Another important point, that our brain naturally focuses on a negative information. It's an ancient survival mechanism. It's used to be more important to notice the dangers than to admire sunset. But in the age of social media, it works against us. Drama, conflict, scandals, they grab all our attention. So even if you see only the 13% of this negativity, your brain will experience it like 70%. And after everything we discussed today, you may think, okay, that's it. Social media controls me, music, algorithms, what can I even do? And here's the most important. Your brain is plastic. It changes based on experience. So just imagine that you're walking through grass in a forest, and okay, one time nothing happens. But if you walk the same path several times, finally you can see that a trail appears. So that's how your brain works. If you every day repeat to yourself that, oh my god, my life is trash, I'm not good at this, okay, your brain will choose this path, but If you start to think that I am good, my life is cool, I am happy, a new path will appear how this trail in the forest. So if you start to repeat yourself something new, something more positive, something totally opposite for what was earlier, your new path will appear just like a trail in the forest. Not immediately, but it will. So how exactly to protect yourself from this? The first you can do is clean your informational space. So maybe it means that you need to unfollow someone or make a limit for time that you spend on internet, or even add that type of content that inspires you or educates. And the second is meditation. It's a really good skill because it's training our intention, and after a couple times of meditation you will start to notice that, for example, oh my god, now I'm scrolling depression type of content, or you will notice that you're comparing yourself, or it can be, I don't know, it can, or you can notice that these sad feelings came from outside, for example, from music, from your, I don't know, toxic friend. You will see the difference between I'm an actions person and this anxiety came to me from the outside. Got it? Environments really influence you a lot. Imagine that you were born in another family, another city, with different friends, with another hobbies. Will you be the same person? No. I think no. It's not that scary. It gives you a chance to understand that you can change what you let into your life every day. Because the outside world slowly becomes the inside world. You can become what you choose to become, and this might be the most powerful idea in this entire video. And this was Stacy. Please write me in the comments if you like this type of videos, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye!